Good afternoon, Keepers of the Cash. Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here, and I am walking into Rhinos, and we are here to interview Chet, the owner of Rhinos Comics. Now, you're not going to see me a whole lot because I'm going to have the camera turned this way, and we are going to enter, and we are waiting to get in. All right, so we are entering Rhinos Comics right now. We see one of our regulars, Costco, and this is the owner, Chet. Chet, how you doing today, sir?
How you been?
Now, guys, we are going to be interviewing Chet, but he is also working right now. Chet has a Whatnot show in progress.
Yeah, we're doing live right now.
And for those of you who would like to purchase on Whatnot, I have provided his link down below in the description, as well as his store link to Facebook and his website link. Oh, you're very welcome. So, Chet, how long have you been in business with this particular store?
4 years ago, right now, we were just getting this store ready.
Right.
It was empty, right? Floors getting up, stuff. So we were doing all that. So the store's been open just approximately, so, Labor Day will be 4 years here.
Right, and that you've been
left since.
Exactly, and like what, 5 years at your previous location, right? Or was it 3 years at the previous?
March will be 10 years total.
Nice, yeah.
March 15th will be my 10th anniversary.
Now, I remember when I first met you because you had the little store on the side, and I was driving by with my kid who was I think he was 3 at the time.
Yeah, probably.
And I saw, Rhinos Comics, and I walked in, and the first thing I noticed is that very open, easy demeanor in the place. You had people that were kid-friendly working for you, and you yourself were kid-friendly.
Well, I try to engage kids first, of course.
Right.
I don't really, mom and dad are cool. Hey, what's up? They're the ones that are going to spend their money. So I want to make sure they're happy.
Oh, right, and they're your future customers. And then what? And perfect example. You've known my kid now for 10 years.
I know.
And he walks in yesterday. What's the first words out of his mouth?
Hey, Chet, how you doing?
Yep.
Yeah.
He loves you. He has a fun time.
Yeah.
Now, with the comic store, it's a lot of fun. You have a good family atmosphere here. But what's your particular history with comics? What made you start reading them when you were young? Did you have a friend that got you into them, or was it a family thing?
Kind of like the kids in the neighborhood were a little bit. So it's kind of like I guess I'll look at them. Not only that, but my brother, who's 10 years older than me. Is that locked up over there? Cool thing. My brother, who's 10 years older than me, had a nice box of books. They were mostly DCs. And he had a Daredevil 65, the Brimstone cover. Really cool book cover, actually. And I remember seeing those covers and, wow, this is cool. And that was my first thing, really engagement with them. And then I would take his books over to my friends' house and say, look what I got. Really mine,
Right.
So
normal brother stuff.
Yeah, it was cool. And he had Submariner 27, Submariner 30, and a Hulk 115, the glob cover. I was out of my mind for Hulk after that, and Daredevil. And I just immediately gravitated to Marvel because the Batman covers were cool, and he had some Supermans, but I like, these are kind of corny looking even back then for me. That was just my opinion.
Right. It just didn't connect with you.
Yeah, it didn't connect with me, but the Marvel stuff was cool. So it was just like more darkish.
Right. And they had Marvel had its own atmosphere with the bullpen, right? That DC couldn't duplicate. You had like that whole, like, you're part of the bullpen, and
too frilly and not DC was never grounded.
Right.
Yeah. And then reading like Monsters Unleashed, the Man-Thing cover when he's got the crocodile and he's pulling.
Oh yeah.
I remember like getting that as a little kid, but reading this, and it was black and white movies, and
right.
I could actually see movies. I don't know about that. It's cool.
The same thing that us kids really like the Savage Sword of Conan for back in the day too, right?
Exactly. Hey, we're on live with Gary here.
We're on live with Gary here on Facebook. He's looking at me and I'm looking at him.
Well, I'm on YouTube.
Okay, he's on YouTube. Yeah, Facebook. Oh, easy. Yeah, YouTube. Throw out your channel.
Oh, so Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy. Look me up on YouTube. The live show is going right now, and you can also catch it on the rewind. Subscribe, it'll be great. All the links to Chet's stores, his website, and his Whatnot page are in my description.
Yes. Yeah, go to YouTube right now, guys. Chet's doing a lot.
Yeah, just check us out if you want to see the store a little bit more in detail. It's great. I gotta get with him, so I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Have a good night. Yeah.
So we'll keep asking some more questions about you and comics.
Sure.
Let's talk about your Whatnot a second though, because that was a new site to you. Now that's really opened up things for you.
Yeah, it was just James, the gentleman that's doing it for me right now. He's got the the gift of that gab.
Right.
And me, I'm just like, leave me alone. I don't want to do this shit, but it's more than that because it's really cool because he has that gift and I have the product.
Right.
So,
And it's a really good supplement
it's a great marriage
to the store.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, we started last August. It's just been insane ever since.
Right. And you got a great rating on Whatnot.
Yeah.
So and
It's all
so
about shipping and getting stuff to people. That's all it's about. Just making sure they're happy. And a lot of times, if they're not, the cool thing with Whatnot is if they return something, I think most of the time it goes to Whatnot, and it doesn't actually physically come back to me. Whatnot gives you back their money and it doesn't touch me because they take it and they have a huge sale at the end of the year.
oh nice.
Yeah, so it's kind of
It's
really
it's
cool.
really
It's
buyer
different.
friendly and
Yes, it's actually seller friendly too.
right.
Don't worry about something that's damaged now. It's shit on my floor. What am I gonna do with it?
Right.
I don't want to resell it to somebody.
You don't
Give
you
it
don't
away,
want to
give it
pay
away.
someone to
Yeah,
restock
when
it
they're
and get
gonna
it back
do
on the
And
floor.
I gotta pay you to restock it. But yeah, but it's good because it's a really good system that they have, and I really very easy to use and it's both side friendly.
Right.
Where eBay is always buyer friendly, sellers they don't want to help you with
But
nothing.
well, I've purchased quite a bit
Yeah.
from Whatnot.
Yeah,
I mean not for you because I can just
yeah,
come here and buy
of
it,
course.
but I watch your shows.
Yeah, cool.
But guys, those of you who purchase from Whatnot, please give Rhino's Comics a follow.
Take care, Mike. Have a good night.
And
Sorry for interrupting.
you're not interrupting
Running a
anything.
business as it goes.
This is how it's fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to also talk to you about Polis because a lot of people in the community live in areas where they don't have an LCS. Now you do Polis and ship anywhere,
Yeah,
correct?
the main thing is diamond pull box, which is turned into I don't know if it's a Satan send or a God send, but overall it's a God send because it makes um, ordering for me because you put all my new stuff away. You've known my piles. If there's a book that has legs, I'm bringing it in.
Right.
Like this book, I know the 180. I got like probably 20 left. I brought in 60, but I sold a good portion of them. These will go.
Yeah, the facsimiles are good.
They're
And
great. So I don't care if I have a lot of them. There's like a couple books this week that were just like a little bit overordered, like the Perez cover. I'm really surprised I got Perez covers left, but it happens. But for the most part, there's like maybe 2 stacks that I'm a little disappointed in. But a couple months ago, it would be worse because I don't have these people that are, now they're in the full box. So if
right.
They come in through the diamond full box. You get your own.
Like what I do when I go in and I reserve my books and I choose you as the store.
You got a reservation for the books that you want, covers you want through me, through Diamond, and it comes directly to Rhino's Comics for you. So I have people all over the country that are pulling from me, and I send out invoices every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And today I got to send out 3 more because it's just people want stuff all the time, and it's a little daunting sometimes, but it makes me happy because I'm actually getting rid of a lot of backstock that I all got to put back in boxes down the road. That's
right.
dwindling,
So any of you out there that want to create a pull list with Rhino's Comics, they are actually in the Diamond Preview site. You can order your books through there, select Rhino's Comics as your LCS. They will arrive to Chet, and Chet ships them out from here to you.
Yes, exactly. Then the other thing is with it, makes it so whatever you order is there for you. And then I was going to say it, but it's such an easy conversation to have, where people can get their stuff. And like I said, I ship all the time, so I'm always shipping every day. I put stuff out the door to the mailman, so it's always going. So it's nothing ever lags.
Right.
So the next day it's gone.
Right, and that's an advantage that you have as a local LCS over something like say Midtown Comics, where I know people who get their pull lists through there, they only get 1 shipment a month.
Yeah.
So everybody else is talking about the books that they've read, and they're still waiting to get their books in the mail.
I see a lot of this going on as far as like that's what reminded me what I was going to say, the Midtown thing. Like a lot of guys that moved from Rochester, they moved to like New York City or that area. In the traffic congestion there is so bad that these guys can't get to the store until after work or on the weekends. And by the time they get there, the new comic book day.
Yeah, it's wiped.
Spent and disgusting, and it's not worth it for them to buy it in that direction. And so I got a lot of guys from New York City right now, California, Florida. They don't have close by LCSs, and they're sending me lists every week, or they're on whole box every week, and I'm just blowing books out to them because it's just crazy. So what I do is I bag and board everything that goes out the door. And I don't give you 20%. If you're in store, I give you 20%, but I give you free shipping. So it's 6 of one, half dozen the other. So it works out one way or the other. So it works out good. Of course, if it's only like 3 or 4 books that are going out to you, I'd probably charge you a little bit of shipping, but I try to eat all that because it's just good business.
Now, pay attention to what he said, though, guys. Everything comes bagged and boarded, not just plain without protection like you get from a lot of other places, and you have to bag and board them yourself when you get them. They come bagged and boarded through Rhino's Comics. He cares about comics. He cares about condition. He cares about the customer being happy. No, and that's a big thing because I have a lot of people. They get their books and you know it as a comic shop the way you get them from Diamond sometimes.
So like this is a book that came from Diamond, the World Tree #1 3rd print. I see all of them had this. What am I going to do with that?
Right.
I don't want to send it to people, but at the same time, I have no other choice because number one, if I complain about it, they're going to either want them back or want me to destroy them, or there's really no other option. I'm not going to get this again.
Right.
It's sold out. So my only plight is to sell it as is. If you're going to complain, you're going to complain.
Right.
The book, you're going to, it's mostly going to be a reader. It's a 3rd print, and it's a decent. I mean, even in that condition, it's probably still an 8.0, an 8.5. If you get this pressed, you get most of that taken out.
Right, and in a 3rd print, most people are just buying them and read them anyway.
It just, so hard for me to tell guys that whatever comes in is how they come in. Like recently, the Marvels have gotten really good, but there's a couple books that are really thin covered,
right?
And you'll have bad ticks. There's nothing I could do about that. A lot of guys are, hey, dude, you gave me a book. It's got a tick on its spine. Okay, but just think of it. I handled it. I put it in a bag. I shipped it. 17 mail people handled it. Now you're handling it.
Right.
I really can't do nothing after it leaves my hands. I do package the crap out of my stuff, so you should never have a problem. So 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I don't hear a boo. That's a good thing.
And we got Tina Carrington saying that you have a very nice and tidy shop, Chet.
Oh, yeah. Well, the carpets are a little dirty, so I'm a little pissed about that. But
well, you've been open all day.
I know.
We're just doing you after close. So what are you going to do?
So I feel kind of embarrassed by that. So.
Now, another thing, too, is you're not just an LCS. You also deal with toys. You're a Diamond Select toy distributor, correct?
Yeah.
So let's take a look at some of these nice toys you have.
Yeah, all these selects are great. These actually came in on a trade last week. So I'm like, you know what? I always sell them, so I'm going to bring them in. I mean, look at this Juggernaut. This Juggernaut must weigh 8 pounds. It's freaking awesome for $50. It's beautiful,
Right.
The Deadpool stuff is always going to heat up. Thor's, all these characters I got in a trade are things that are always going to be hot. Spidey.
And you ship all this too, right?
Yeah, I ship it all. It's like stuff like this. I would never give you free shipping on. I'd have to get you on the shipping. So, but I would give you a nice percentage off if you wanted something. The Watcher, Vision, Captain Marvel, good stuff.
Right, and you got some nice old vintage toys up here.
Yeah,
plus you got
Creature from the Black Lagoon. These are awesome.
These new ones are awesome.
You see these? These are these are like the original.
Right, the pre-code horror.
Pre-code horror. Look at these things, guys. And if you haven't seen them,
cover from Black Cat.
If you haven't seen them, if you want to reach out to me, they're definitely for sale. It's up to you guys. I'm not looking to make sales, but if you guys want these, there was 4 of them. I only have 3 of them left. Baffling, Black Cat, and Chilling Tales. How great are those?
Right. Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. And well, we're always talking about how nostalgia is quite a big thing. And look at that, we got Mars Attacks over there too, another classic property.
Look at that though. SpongeBob, dude.
Treehouse of Horror.
You can't walk away from SpongeBob. Come on now.
Plus, I mean, oh yeah, fantastic stuff.
Look at that. It's awesome. All kinds of great stuff, guys. We try to bring in a little bit of everything.
Star Wars, Transformers.
I'm a comic book store first and foremost, but as a hamburger shop, you need hot dogs, you need onions, you need onion rings,
you need some chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, I have a diversified situation here because you have to. Comic books, you will drown in comic books. So this stops me from having this be all comics, because I don't want it to be all comics. So, but hey, if you look, I want to show them the new comic shop. So we're starting to break down for tomorrow already. So this shelf from here all the way over here. It's 40 feet of comics, guys. Every week, 40 feet of comics.
All new comics.
All new comics. So it's 40 feet of comics. As they get older, they drop.
They drop to these 2 lower levels.
This is Marvel. This is DC. And then eventually they drop it to the boxes. So it's an easy shop to shop. Makes life easier for everybody.
Right. So if
Mostly
you're
carry-
coming in and you want to find like the book from last month or the last 3 months, it's going to be on these secondary
Yeah.
shelves here.
This is all the independent. This is the independent area, and then they drop here. Like this is the Kong book. Number 1 and number 2 are out. I still have them. You know what I mean? So
Right.
if you're looking for a couple
And
books,
I'm surprised because you sold a lot of those. Those
Yeah.
are moving.
if you look for stuff, last couple months they're here. If you're looking for stuff older, they're gonna be down in the boxes here. So just so you know, I Gary helps me keep all this stuff straight, so stuff is organized correctly as far as age goes.
You got Anachronic Comics saying, great shop. It's too bad he lives 450 miles away. And that was Joe who was here yesterday with me.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, like I said about those CGC books or CBCS books, if you want to work with that, I'd definitely help you out find those covers. Let's do it.
Yeah, he's saying, hey,
Beautiful
Gary
books.
and Rhinos, I got some great books at your shop yesterday. And
Thank
he's been showing those off
Nice.
because it's whenever I have anyone in town, you're one of the first stops I bring them to.
That's pretty cool. Thank you.
Now, one of the things when I first started going to your shop, Chat, is I didn't know what CGC and CBCS. I didn't know what graded books were. And that was something that you had skin in that game from the beginning where you were sending stuff out.
You poor
Now,
bastard.
yeah, you put me down a rabbit hole. I now have 6 boxes of graded books. But
I'm sorry.
but that's also for those people out there. You also do pressing services
Yes.
and you also do CBCS, CGC services as
Yes.
well.
So we do. Somebody brings a book into me. We look at it. Let's not use that. Let's just use like this as an example because hey, I want to get this book graded, and I'll go like, why? Why? It's just the number 62. Why do you want to get this book graded? It's nice. It's a 9.8. Dude, okay. It has no value.
Right.
In this, it's raw. I mean, your grandma gave me this and she just passed away. Now I understand it.
Right.
Let me get to the story. What's the story? Why do you want this book graded? I just want to get a 9.8. This is how it was pre-COVID.
Right.
Everybody wanted everything, or even during COVID. Let me get this graded. I'm like, okay, I'll waste your money for you. Don't worry.
Right.
Now you go to all these shows and people got $8, $10 slabs because
Right.
the market's flooded right now.
And you can always find that stuff too, right? Because people get stuff unless it's
Yes.
something personal for you or a
Yes.
piece of art you really like.
I try to turn people off from grading.
Yeah, Chet is 100% honest with you. He'll
I
tell
am
you
a comic book fiduciary.
yes, because and it's true, right? Because a lot of
Yeah.
people grade stuff and then they're mad that it doesn't have that it's not even the value what it costs to get it graded.
Why are you getting it graded? Well, I just thought, don't think. Let me do that for you. Let me think and let me spend your money.
Right.
I don't want to waste your money. I will spend your money. I don't want to waste it. So I tell people like, all right, so now somebody brings me a book like this. This is Journey into Mystery 98. I think it's an early, if not the first Cobra from Mr. Hyde and Cobra.
Right.
So the book itself, I would say, dude, it's probably going to come back at like a 2.0, maybe a 2.5. Why do you want it graded? Oh, because it's old. And I'm like, okay, so I'm more inclined to say, yes, let's get this graded because let's stop the deterioration.
Right. Let's preserve it.
Yes, that's the whole thing. So this is a different book than this because this you can find a dime a dozen. I don't care about it getting graded unless, like I said, grandma just gave it to you and she happened to pass the next day. Okay, fine. I get why you want it. You're always going to keep it. That's great. Book like this, I would say grade it because the deterioration is a lot. It's going to get worse in the next 20 years. So let's get it graded. Plus, there's a first appearance in there. So, okay, good.
Right. There's a chance that it's going to
there's
go
a
up
chance
even
it
more.
might strike or spike, whatever you want to call it,
No, you're good. Now, I want to also talk about the walls here because you're just a lot of places and people I talk to online because I speak with a lot of comic collectors. They go to an LCS and they don't have back stock. All they have is new releases. And you see a lot of comic shops fail with that. Now, when you walk into Rhinos, what's great is you have from the Silver Age, sometimes the Golden Age, all the way up to the modern.
Well, this is like our wonder wall. This is all number ones. So a guy come in the store.
Let me get more you in here.
Guy come in the store Friday afternoon. He was real timid. What can I help you with, dude? If I touch that, like number one, I go, dude, it's not a museum.
Right.
Have at it. Have at it. I go, if you want to take it out, I'd rather help you take it out. Let's put it that way, out of the bag of boards so you can look at it. But this is not a museum. Everything you look at is for sale. He goes, I've never seen like these books in person where I can just touch them because everybody always has it behind glass.
Right.
Everybody has it behind their counter.
Or you're
You can't
police
touch
the
it.
whole
Yeah, it's like,
time.
I don't do it. This place is footloose and fancy free. Come in, don't steal from me because I'll snap your neck. Just enjoy the books. You know, look at them. You know, take them down, touch them, look at them. You know, if you want to take them out of the bag of board, please ask me that. That's all I ask for. Other than that, everything is for sale. Everything, you know, I want to move it. I don't want to look at it any longer. You know, this isn't a museum. This is not my personal collection.
Right.
This is books that are here to be sold. Somebody needs to take these home with them because I don't want to look at them anymore.
Right. I mean, you're a business first here.
I am a
Your personal stuff's at home.
I am a proprietor first. I mean, when stuff walks in the door, I'm always looking to better my stock in the store. But of course, if it's something rare that I don't have in my collection, you know, I always have that 25% of my brain going, keep it, keep it. And I'm like, I can't. You know, I want to sell it. That's what I'm here for.
Unless it's some good pre-code horror, right?
Pre-code horror, yeah. I found a nice one yesterday at the show.
Ooh, you'll have to show me. Oh, let's talk about your little wall of indies over there
Yeah,
too.
so like the rest, most of the store. Let's show this real quick.
All right, let's go ahead. We'll look.
So this
Taurus.
whole store, all these here, these islands, these are all Marvel and DC A-Z only. There's no independents mixed in. It's all
Right.
just Marvel.
And all bagged and boarded.
All bagged and boarded and 98% price. There's a couple things you might find that are priced. I found a couple today. That's why I didn't say 100% because I found a couple things today. But then over here in this little alcove, it's really cool. This is all indies, A to Z. A Calculated Man to Vampirella. I kind of keep the adult stuff over here. Bunch of underground comics in here.
Right. Farrell's
Bunch of
Lounge.
Farrell's Lounge, girly books, Lady's Death, Vampirella. So I kind of keep the adult stuff in this little corner here. But this is all independent and adult. And then the same thing here. Like these are some of the better independents.
There you go. Barbie #1 that for the movie that's coming out.
You know, all this cool stuff.
And what's that? Only $15
Yeah.
for that?
If you guys are seeing stuff that you want, just reach out to me. One of the links they gave you, and I'll put a list. I'll put a box together for you and ship it to you tomorrow.
And let him know I sent you.
Yeah.
That way he
I'll
knows
charge
it.
you double.
Right? That's the Gary B tax.
I got a Rick and Morty #1 on the wall. This is the original #1. Really nice. It's got a crunch corner. Best it could come out is like an 8.5 on that book. But it's a beautiful book, you know. So we got a lot of good stuff.
And that's the one thing too is Chet won't bullshit you about condition.
Yep.
He'll tell you exactly what's wrong with the book. And if you're going to get it graded, he will look over the book with you. And that's what I do. I bring my books to Chet. And there's many he's told me, no, that one's not worth it.
Yeah.
Take it home. You got this on it. Because he has an eye where he can spot if there's been a watermark somewhere. You're pretty decent though.
So getting back to the grading stuff, because you were asking me about CBCS and CBC.
Yes.
CBCS I prefer because I like it because my collection isn't going anywhere.
Right.
I'm going to be 60 next year, so probably another 10, 12 years I'll think about selling if I'm still here. At that point, I don't think these CGC and CBCS are going to have any gap at all. I think it'll be even.
Oh, I think so too.
You know, the CBCS slab I love because it's Blu-ray, it's UV protected. CGC is not.
And their new magazine slabs like a
Phenomenal.
brick.
Like a freaking brick. They're awesome. And they don't move like CGC. If you move it, you hear clunk around in there. It's not good. Another thing about CBCS, they will do aftermarket verification of signatures. If they didn't see it signed, they'll verify the signature. I've had many Stan Lee signatures verified over the years. Jack Kirby, John Romita, all the big names have been verified through the store quite often.
And I've verified quite a few from you. Actually, all my signature series ones from them are through you.
And CBCS does a great job. It's through Beckett. I mean, Beckett's the #1 name for autographs in the world.
Right.
Think about it. You know, they're pretty much on top of it. I know they had problems in the past, but you know what? Haven't we all?
Right.
So, but I think I think they've straightened themselves out, and they're a great company right now. I really like using them. Prices and turnaround time are fantastic. Magazines prices and turnaround time fantastic. So
now, Chet, I also have a lot of watchers and a lot of people out there that read in trades. Now, you also get trades in constantly too. So, and you also, yep. And so these two bins here, he's got the new trades up on the wall for Indie, Marvel, and DC. But then he has these these bins, which are $5 trades. So you get
Trades. I
bargains.
got low. I mean, if they're pre-loved, I mean, this book's probably brand new, probably never been opened, but I can't sell this book to somebody for $18. So here it is, $5. Enjoy it.
Right. But you do have all the new ones.
Yeah, these are great. Look at
Actually, I gotta buy this because mine got ruined in the flood. This is one of my favorite. I didn't know you had this. It's one of my favorite stories. All right, YouTube, you already cost me $5.
all these are fantastic.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh, yep.
kidding me?
Electro
How
Assassin.
about that Electra and the Daredevil going back?
Oh, and the essentials, you can't even. So
These
if you're
are
buying the
insane.
essentials
Yeah.
on eBay, you're paying a lot for
Yeah,
them.
these are a lot of money. But you know what? For $5, somebody's going to enjoy it. It's out of my way.
Because well, these are out of print now. The
Yeah,
essentials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. I got volume 2 and volume 3. If you need them, send me a message. I'll put them aside for you, man. Or join me on Whatnot. When's our next show, James? Wednesday? Wednesday night.
Now let them know how everyone's Whatnot shows work
Excuse me.
differently, Chet. So
Yeah.
what can people expect when they tune into your Whatnot?
Can I have James answer that?
You can.
James, do you want to answer that for me?
Chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos. Come in and request any.
It's not how I gotta blow my nose real quick.
Yeah.
Mike?
Open request show. You come in and anything you see on the wall, anything you put it together for a bundle, and the big guy will give you a discount and ship it to you.
Right, because in that way people aren't paying shipping per
book.
purchase.
Yeah,
You can sit there and
it's
build your
mushy,
own
yeah.
box and
Build
then
your
get a
own bundle.
one-time shipping
Yeah,
cost.
absolutely. It caps out at $8 on Whatnot now. They fix the shipping, so if you get a big box, it's going to cost you $8.
Yeah,
So
they've done a great job. with
shipping
shipping.
is much better now.
Right, and you guys move a ton of keys through here
Ton
too.
of keys through Whatnot.
Out of all my years collecting, I've never seen any comic store get the amount of keys in that this guy gets over here.
Key collector.
I can't. I mean, somebody from the outside looking in, I guess could give me a better idea because I don't know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know where do I go for that information myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
No, but it's just how you procure your
Yeah,
stuff. You know,
yeah.
the one thing I like, and we'll speak to this a second. One of the big strengths of your store is your inventory doesn't stay stagnant. You're always bringing in new products flows out of here really well. You're always bringing in new keys, and there's stuff. I mean, when I first got back into comics, when I was ready, I came to you and said, Chet, I'm ready to buy my Conan one. You had one for me. You didn't have one in the store. You had one for me within a week though.
Yeah. I said I was like running ragged to get anything for anybody. And I needed to tempt them all with my devilish approach, you know.
Right.
That was just the way. But no, I still do that for people. I try hard to get stuff for people, but the problem is that pipelines are gone.
Right.
Just all the Bronze Age stuff.
Well, yeah, over the last year too, it's crazy. Right? All the Bronze Age has gone from like $1 to $3 to an average book is $8 to $10 now.
Regular common Bronze Age Marvel book nowadays is $10.
Yeah, it's
nuts.
nuts.
Amazing because I had a guy in here last 2 weeks ago telling me that he was from Cincinnati. He come through the store. He goes, I can't. He had a stack of Superman in action that he bought. He goes, I can't afford Marvel Bronze Age, so I'm doing DC Bronze Age now because I can't find it and it's too expensive. And now he goes, you're going to see a lot of that happening. You're going to see a lot of people transition to DC because they're still available.
And the action comics are still dirt cheap.
Superman,
Superboy too, World's Finest.
You don't see them all anymore. You know, it's just insane. So there, let me show you this real quick. Like this week, I had a nice collection of Amazing come in. Spidey. Lowest was 9. And it went right through to like 200 too. So, but they were beautiful. I mean, this is all I have left.
Right, and
Crushed.
And this is always in demand. So, just in the last few months, I've seen you bring in a bunch of Spider-Man, and they sell out fast.
Fast. It's the blue chip. It's the blue chip of comics. You got your Batman Golden Age. Let's see, I could say horror Golden Age, but it just doesn't have the gravity that Spider-Man or Batman Golden Age and Spider-Man Silver Age. They're blue chips.
Right.
Everything else.
Yeah, it's just tough.
I mean, seriously, you could buy this book for $65 from me today, and tomorrow you could sell it for $65 to $70 easy. But you buy anything else off my, anything else, it's like a car. You buy a car, you walk off the lot, it goes down 10%. Most other books go down 10%.
Right. And now, but looking at this wall here with Spider-Man, a lot of these you have here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, very fine. Where are you getting these old Silver Age books in very fine shape?
These are bronze. These are early bronze.
Oh, I'm sorry, early bronze. Oh, up here with some silver.
These are beautiful books, man. They're all in Mylar. They're just beautiful. It's a mess because everybody's pounding through them with these next couple.
Right. Well, I mean, I know that my
Yeah.
buddy Matt Woods bought the
Yeah, the
ASM 110 for the Gibbon gang.
Yeah.
That lasted about 2 seconds out here, and he had it.
Like a good example, like a book like this, like Kingdom Come. Yeah, it's a great book. It's the number 1, $21. What's the chances of it holding up at $21? It's just not.
Right.
You might, because DC books just have there's no depth to the not to the stories and to the people that produced it, to the market
Right.
that wants it.
And they gotta,
There's no
they gotta
depth
change
to
their
the
image
market.
somehow
The
again.
market just doesn't push these books like it should. I don't know if it's because of the movies, but it's just not the same as Marvel. Marvel's made great movies. Now they're kind of waning a little bit, but you still don't see Marvel's characters dropping to the floor. Any of them. Like Thor, always
Right.
it'll dip, but it won't ever do this.
But they have a base. All the bronze and silver, they have a baseline that they don't drop below.
There's a couple good DC books that are out there, like the Green Lantern stuff and some of that Flash stuff that's bronze that people want. But besides Batman, there's really nothing else for DC that holds its value. It doesn't float; it just sinks. How about that book with was it Steppenwolf or New Gods when that was coming? Remember he was the new
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Oh my God! Everybody wanted it the day the movie released.
Yep.
Rock.
Well, the same with all the Flash keys that were just hot for a
I can
minute.
say that too about She-Hulk though, because everybody wanted this book when the series was coming out. I mean, this book Raw was up to $400 at one point.
Yeah, now you got it 130. Yeah.
So it's they both have their problems, but like I said, the blue chip of all comics, I think, is Silver Age Spider-Man and Golden Age Batman, 1 and 2, 1A and 1B. That's just my opinion. That's what I see because I don't have Golden Age Batman to give out to anybody.
Now I have a few customers that are strictly Golden Age buyers,
Nice.
and they're always asking me if Rhinos ever sees any of the Wiz comics and stuff like that from that era. I have a couple of guys that buy Wiz comics all the time.
Remember, I used to have that box of Golden Age books at that store.
Yeah.
In my old place, it was a short box of all Golden Age books, and they would just sit there because World's Finest, Wiz, all those were in. Nobody wanted them. Then eventually, I think I sold them on eBay. I was probably getting $25 a book. Now I could probably get 80, 90, $100 a book.
Oh, easy.
Because there's none around.
And not even in good condition.
They're all 4.
That's the same trend going right now with pre-code horror.
Yeah.
You couldn't give away pre-code horror before. Now you can't find it.
I go on eBay and cringe for something that's $300 for a rag with a cover that's just hanging out like a staple.
Right. Well, luckily you got most of your stuff complete.
Yeah, I got some of it, not nearly as much as I want. So
now, so people can get to know you as a collector a little bit. What are some of the prize series that you collect for yourself at home?
Mostly, like I said,
that you have a passion for.
Tales of Suspense, Tales to Astonish. I both need. I think one of them I need a number 3, and one of them I need a number 6. And I got them both.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, a lot of the. I like Yellow Claw.
Yep.
Yellow Claw. I got all 4.
I'll say you showed me those. Those are sweet.
I got the number 1 graded. It's an 8.5. It's the only 8.5 out there. It's the highest grade.
The one of one.
Yeah. So it's great. Black Knight. I like those obscure Golden Age titles like that because they're really cool. And I like Yellow Claw because of Manili. Joe Manili was a great artist that died way before his time. He got hit by a car, and he was one of those guys I think would have been better than Kirby.
Right.
Joe Manili. I needed his stuff. I like to collect, and he does a lot of horror for Atlas Marvel back then. As far as getting into the Silver Age goes, I'm a big fan of. I got everything pretty much complete except for the number 1s. I have all FF except for number 1. I have all Hulk except for number 1. Daredevil, I'm complete. That's probably my favorite series because I'm just a big Daredevil.
Right, and it was your introduction. Yeah. You were saying.
Yeah, Daredevil was kind of my introduction, so I stayed with him. And the Netflix show just builds upon that ability to like him because he's just amazing.
Right, and you were a big fan of this run.
Zdarsky run.
Yes.
Great. I didn't read the newest one. I'm waiting for it to end so I can read it all. Very strong writing. So it's hard. I think Daredevil changes writers instead of writers changing Daredevil. They try to change Daredevil. They can't because he's always conflicted with being a womanizer, believing in Jesus or not.
Yeah.
Always the
Right. He's
Catholic
always
thing,
got the Catholic guilt with him,
Catholic guilt.
right?
Every time he turns around, he's got Catholic guilt.
But he's like, ooh, pretty lady.
Yeah. Oh, but look at that. I got a new one, another notch in my lipstick case,
Well, him and Tony Stark,
yeah,
right?
Tony
And
Bruce.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. And Iceman used to be like that.
Yeah.
So who knows? But yeah, I always had a different girlfriend. Daredevil was strong into the chicks. So yeah, he was easy to want to read because
Hey, he was cool
he was cool.
and violent.
And smash somebody in the face. Are you all set, dude? Okay, cool. Yeah, let me know. You're fine. Yeah.
I didn't know what I was at.
140. Cool. What else, Gary?
Well, so we're learning about your comic history, which is cool.
Okay.
Now, when this whole Marvel stage, and this is just me getting the audience back to why I think your shop is a step above the others. And I tell this story. Maybe you remember the trailer we watched, but I don't. I was in your shop with my kid. This is probably my 5th or 6th time in your shop. I myself wasn't even back in the comics yet. You were the first one to tell me that Conan was coming back out again. You got me back into it.
We had the Schwarzenegger covers, remember?
Yep. And but a new trailer had came out, and it was just me and your kid at the shop, me and my kid in your shop at the moment. And what doesn't happen in comic shops is you don't ever see the owners really interact with their customers. And you invited us into the back to watch this trailer with you, and that always struck home to me.
Yeah. And I never sniffed your kid's head or nothing.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, no, yeah. To me, it's all like when what our introduction was in the beginning. My whole thing is, mom and dad are great, and I'm gonna respect mom and dad, but I want to talk to the kid because I want their I want them to spend their parents' money. I don't want to, I don't want the mom. I want the kid to interact with me, so I know what I can find for them.
Well, something that they'll really actually enjoy, not just something the parents are guessing at and putting in their kids' hands.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know mom and dad are gonna have to spend the bill, but I'm gonna try to make it as easy on them as I can. Especially, if a kid walks in for the first time, I'm probably gonna give them something, and did you show them the kids section?
I did not. We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, when they walk in, I kind of have this area here set aside.
And you also have a gaming section over here now
when
too.
You walk into the store, this is kind of set up for the kids. I kind of have it so they feel like they have their own little area. They feel empowered when they walk in the store. I got golden books here for the little guys. Got all kinds of stuff here for mid-range readers. Then we got young under 12-year-old kid books here. Turtles. I got Wonder Woman stuff here. Batman, Scooby. This is great stuff for kids. They don't make enough of this.
Right, My Little Pony. There's the Jeff the Shark second print. Yeah,
some Godzilla stuff for the younger kids. But it's all cool, and I just try to make sure that they feel like they're comfortable here.
And even some toys over here that are more towards the younger, right? Like the Ninja Turtles and some cool pops and some Spider-Man stuff.
And this is a game section that we have. We got Pokemon sets, pins, all kinds of cards, and games. Just all kinds of games.
Right now, people.
Yeah, I'm more than good.
All right, cool.
$50 slap.
Okay.
Let's go. $50 slap.
Take care, buddy.
Now people can order these from you and get them shipped to you as well. So all those Pokemon collectors out there can order Pokemon sets from you. And
we got loose cards over here. So this is the pop section where we have. This is more of the expensive pops. I have them in the case so that it don't disappear on me.
The chases, the black lights, the all that kind of stuff. Oh, and let's take a look at these real quick because you have some signed pops with art on them.
Yeah, this is from oh my gosh, Joel.
And you have the art on there.
Yeah,
so
he did all the art on there and everything. Great artist. So it's on like Zartan. It's the Zartan pop, and he did the art on the side of the box.
Right, signed, remark. The Kate Bishop one and Scarlet Witch are really nice. Plus, you have a whole Funko Pop lounge.
I think they might have caught it a little bit. There's some loose packs of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Garbage Pail Kids. Got some playing cards for pretty cool stuff. Then they got all kinds of card supplies.
And
comic supplies.
And so, Chet, one thing I want to touch on here is I have a lot of friends that have a hard time finding Golden Age supplies. Now, you have those here for Golden Age books. You have the bags, you have the boards.
We have top loaders. too.
And you have top loaders.
So it's all BCW. I carry mostly BCW. This is Bags Unlimited. They're a Rochester company, local. I support them. I sell a lot of their stuff too. And when I'm low on them, I got them local. I can go grab it, which is nice to have.
And before we go look at the
I never burn
Funkos,
bridges.
right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. You also do exclusives.
Yeah, so we did a couple exclusive covers. Oh boy, I've been selling the crap out of these macaroni. All right, so this is a Betty and Veronica #1, Friends Forever. Ronnie versus Betty Hulk thing. This is Fantastic Four 112 swipe. So as you can see, she's dressed with the Hulk colors. She's dressed with the thing.
Right. It's got the rock
So that's the
bikini.
112 Fantastic Four swipe. Now with the other cover, let me show you. Come over here, Gary. Stand up over here. Just stand this way. I'll show you the right down to the thing.
Right.
So if you look at my store from this angle right here, you see the pops and you see the comics that are on the wall. That's this store. This is a Adventures Sorcery #1 one shot, and these are both done by Ken Wheaton. He works for me. He does both. He did both covers. He did some Simpsons work for us for Simpsons and Popeye work.
And a fun little pun on there. Rhinos has so many comics, Betty. Yep. Just keep focused on the issues, Archie, as he's looking over at Madam Satan.
Yeah, pretty cool cover.
It
Yeah,
is.
I posed for that. This was Ken and this was Gary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Gary got the nice
I
reaction.
lost weight.
Yes. So, and that's it. And then this is the fantastic. If you don't know what the 112 looks like, it's actually on the side of my building. I don't know if he showed you it.
I did not
But
yet.
this is the 112. That's on the side of my building. Want to go show them that real quick?
Yeah, we can. And if I could, I'd like to actually get one of those prints for you and give it away on the channel.
Of course. You just make sure make sure this stays open. We stay. We close. We're done. So this is the building, and I have a Hulk thing on my building, just to get a perspective of the size.
Right? Yeah, it's a huge mural.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Local graffiti artist did it for me back when we moved into this building. Probably just 2 years ago when he did that. It's held up great. Really excited.
Right? It hasn't faded.
No,
It's
not at all. He said it won't fade. So
well, you put it on a good side of the building too.
yes.
And then let's take a look real quick because you've known a lot of people, but you have some stuff up here. It was up here that was exclusive to your store, like signed Rhinos.
I have most of that stuff. Actually, you know what I did? I brought it home.
Oh,
They're in my
okay.
collection now. But like, she kind of did this for me. Me versus Venom. That's me. Donnie Kate signed that to Rhinos. This is Rich Maruzio. He does a lot of underdog work for whoever does underdog books. He did that for me. So Donnie Cates to Rhino.
Nice.
Stegman. Kind of cool. And then this is a Joe Sinnott original print.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's beautiful. So I just keep some of the personal stuff in the office. Everything else I brought home.
And plus, you have shirts and sweatshirts available.
Yes, we do. We have
So you
all
can
kinds of shirts, all different colors. I do fades. These are faded. Red, white, and blue. Did these last year. They were a pretty good seller. So they fade red, white, and blue.
Oh, nice.
Same thing on the breastplate there as well. So yeah, we do a lot. Gotta advertise, you know. I'm on the back of my church bulletin, which is, it's cool. I get a lot of people from that now. It's pretty cool. A lot of moms and dads after church will come in with their kids,
Right.
pretty cool. There's the Funko Lounge. That's all the whole wall of Funkos.
We'll take a walk. Plus, sodas are really popular right now. You got plenty of sodas.
Yeah. Holler people place their soda on top of the house. What if it leaks, dude?
Well, yeah, you got a good selection there. Plus, you got some these
The
hip hop
and
toys
the athletes.
and the album covers of
And
the
albums,
Funkos.
the rock and rollers, Jimi Hendrix, all kinds of cool stuff, man. So it's a store for everyone, And the best thing about the Funko, what I love is you know, grandma could buy this for little Susie, and then little Susie could buy, you know, this for grandma. You know, I don't know, maybe she likes mother. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's so cool because this is one thing that transcends everything. You're not going to buy your grandmother an action figure.
No,
What the
but
hell
you
are
can
gonna do
get
with
her a
this thing?
Betty White pop,
You get
right?
her Betty White pop, right? You can get her, you know, you can get her something that she's gonna like. But nowadays, you know, my age is a grandmother, so I would a grandfather. I wouldn't like any of this shit, you know, as a grandfather, you know.
Right.
So, but it's all good, you know. But that's the beauty of the Funko, man. They've done a great job producing their products.
Now I think these are cool too. These old doll, the old doll throwback homage figures are nice.
Yeah, they're great. These are bendy figures, actually. Oh, these are the Migos.
Yep.
Yep, these are the original, not original, but the reprints of the Migos.
Yeah. Then you have the bendy figures, which look great.
Yeah, they're fantastic. They did a great job with them. These little Mario toys.
Now people can go into Diamond Select and also order toys that have them shipped through you as well, correct?
I believe so. Yes, everything is open. That's whatever
Look at that Flash Gordon, guys.
whatever they sell on their what's it called? Previews world is
Yes.
available to come back to me. Yes, pretty cool. Great options.
Yeah. Plus, always plenty of Star Wars in here too. Look at that giant Luke Skywalker one. Holy
That's a
cow!
movie poster. Cool.
Yeah. Is that something new they're doing? I didn't even
Yeah,
notice that one
I
before.
just saw a Harry Potter one with 3 figures in it.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, Hermione, Ron, and Harry, huh?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of all that, but it's cool. You know?
Yeah. Oh, plus you get the calendars in.
Yeah.
The calendar pops.
Advent calendars, which I don't know why they come out this time of year, but it's okay to have them before Christmas.
Yeah. Plus you got the young adult novels up there.
Yep. Good readers. Excuse me. Yeah, good stuff, man.
Oh, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap it up soon. We got a lot of great stuff. And guys, where are you gonna see these? Where are you gonna see these tin lunch boxes?
So great.
Also, you're a big Stan Lee collector too, so
Yeah,
I want to
like
touch
Stan
on
Lee
that.
Yes. I'm a fan of Stan Lee because I thought, you know, I know a lot of people, oh, you stuck. Whatever. Your opinion's your opinion. We can all have one. You know, Trump Biden, you know, we can all have an opinion.
And
I don't care what.
And it's
anybody's opinion
business.
is.
It happened throughout
Do
history.
with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all business. And guess what? They're both dead.
Right.
I think the feud's dead with them. So let's go on and live our lives and not worry about what they were arguing about 40 years ago. So but Stan, you know, I thought Stan was, you know, had a mind of you know, a mastermind. And you know, I just like his figures and stuff. So I bring them into the store and I collect each one myself. And they're just great. They're great little
Everybody's got a weak
timepieces.
spot, right?
Yeah, they're cool. I think they're great. I need the Funko stuff for Stan. I try to buy them all. And Venom. Those are the 2 things I like to collect. And of course, Daredevil. He's my favorite character. But those are the 3 things I really collect for the Funko stuff. And any of the Stanley stuff like that, I'll get them because there's, you know, there's a whole bunch of them. And
there's always
cool.
Stan collectors too.
That's actually a bobblehead, so it's really cool. This is him in his director's chair. There's 2 of them. There's an orange shirt and a green shirt. I got them both. Then there's this guy here. I got all this stuff at home. They're cool. They're just cool to have.
And plus you have the one where he's the watcher on the planet. Yes.
That's really cool. Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Let's do a little fun question here. Is red suit or yellow suit for Daredevil?
Oh, red. Just because
Red?
that's red. Yellow suit's cool, but doesn't look like a devil.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was always weird that
I
they
wonder
put
why they did that. You know, I was always wondering why they went with yellow with it. Maybe it was the times. You know, he couldn't do an actual devil-looking character.
and now
7 episodes later.
right.
They did it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, also a lot of people they know comic shop owners, but the comic shop owners aren't actually in the comics. You've always been a comics in the comic. You're a reader, so let's let the people know out there. What is your all-time favorite comic storyline? Something that you can always revisit.
Like the Born Again stuff for Daredevil.
Yeah,
Stuff.
that's your favorite.
Yeah, all that Kingpin stuff. When Kingpin became his prominent, adversary as opposed to Spider-Man's adversary. I thought that all that stuff in the 227s and then up in the 300 range, all that that whole era of Daredevil from like probably when Frank Miller took over right up through 300. It's awesome stuff. You know, Miller single-handedly saved 2 characters, Daredevil and Batman, because Daredevil was bi-monthly
Right.
and withering away on the vine. They're probably going to kill it. because they were bi-monthly. Once a book goes bi-monthly, it's just a matter of time until they pull the plug on it. But they brought Frank Miller in. He single-handedly saved that title, and he changed comics forever with that first Daredevil run, because everything now was geared towards the 20-something-year-olds.
Right.
It was no longer kids.
Started doing more adult story oriented
And
stories.
then DC hired him to really save Batman, because Batman really wasn't bi-monthly, but the sales were shit.
Right.
So he walked into DC and single-handedly saved that character, and made him what he is today. Because without Frank Miller, Batman's just an ancillary character in DC, I believe, at this point.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah. And now he
think
has a
about
new
it.
title every week.
Every week he's got
getting
6
added.
titles coming out. You know,
Right.
I mean, he's yeah. Frank Miller, I think, was the godfather, was the Stanley of saving those books. You know,
Right.
yeah, by far, he's the godfather of the new way of doing comics. I mean, now you think of guys like, the Punisher. They, with a guy like Miller, you know, Punisher could be dark and dank.
Right.
Garth Ennis, perfect example. He's a master of the Punisher.
Right. That whole Marvel Knights line where it was just darker stories.
Just dark and dank, and street level.
Now I got a lot of people saying, Bobby De La Ghetto saying I need the FF77. Steve White saying Mark Andrews would love those lunch pails. But guys, here's the thing. Reach out to Rhinos.
Yeah.
If you see it and you like it, he'll sell it to you at a good price and he'll ship it to you.
Yeah.
If it's not available where you're at, you could have it within the week.
Yeah. Let me know. He sent you my links. You could either email me or message me.
And your phone number's on Facebook.
And if they're on Whatnot, you can always jump into one of my shows during the week. And if you see it, you're more than welcome to it. We just do claim sales. So if you want it, it's yours. If somebody outbids you, I try to knock that off. So.
DVH, how you doing, sir?
So.
Right. So, and look, guys, it's me. There's no one else. I don't even shop other places now, hardly ever. So
he's here all the time.
Unfortunately,
it's all good, man.
But no, this was great stuff. And let's talk about you do events. We'll wrap it up in a minute, but I want them to get the full view of stuff you do. So throughout the summer, you also do sidewalk sales, you do events, you have in-house signings with artists and writers.
Yeah, in the past we had Mike Grell in the store. We had Williamson. Mike, was it John Wood? I can't remember. He did a lot of Spider-Man stuff. He's on my wall. But I have everybody sign my wall that walks in the store, just so you know. And on the other side, there's a bunch of them. But yeah, we have all kinds of events. We try to do stuff all the time. This time of year used to be my easy time of year, but now it's tough because my kids are like all over the place. So I'm running people around all the time. So it's tough. This summer's gonna be tough to do stuff. But once we get back to school in September, I believe we're gonna probably have a couple big sales outside and couple food trucks, and we try to do stuff like
you do a nice little event in the parking lot. It's a good day for the kids because everyone's out. You always have some stuff out for the kids, and it's a great day.
Many times we've had like a Halloween thing that just turns into a monster situation. Tons of people.
Right. Well, that and even the event like when the Cult of Icarus came out, and you had the writer and the artist in here.
Carl, I saw yesterday.
Yep.
But they were here, and it was cool because we had a good turnout. I think they sold like 40 books that day. They never did that before in their lives, they said,
Right, and it was a fun series. I got all 4 books signed by them at home now.
Through people.
And I think
her name's Jen, I think.
Yep. And one of my favorite one guests that you had here, because he was just such a down-to-earth guy, really easy to talk to, was Keith Williams.
Keith Williams, that's what.
Keith Williams was great.
Yeah, he was excellent. He loved it.
He was nice. His wife was just as nice as he was. Walk up to the guy, he's shaking your hand, he's telling you stories, he's having a great time. I think I got 6 books signed by him that day.
I wish I had the 2 guys that were just here yesterday, but I couldn't do it this year. Just didn't have the time, Was it Rubenstein and McGregor?
Yeah, Don McGregor.
Yeah, that would have been cool to have in store, have him sign my wall, but I just couldn't do it. Pressed for time this year.
Yeah, Mike Grell did a nice little sketch on your wall over there for you.
So this is Mike Grell. This is Figueroa. He did some DC covers.
And then he did Spider-Man on you.
Yeah. This is Keith Williams. Ken Williams. Rob Schneider is a colorist. Does a lot of
Oh,
independent
nice.
work.
There's the Richard guy
Rich
you're talking about.
Maruzio.
Yep.
This is Kato. He works for Aftershock and Ahoy Comics, and it got freaking wet. So
Oh, I thought that was from Ken leaning over with his belly when he's stocking the
it
books.
could be, yeah. But it got wet. But he's a great guy. This is he did this book here.
Tough stuff.
Yeah, Delgado, Kevin Delgado.
Oh, okay, nice.
So that's cool. And he signed my wall here.
And your signed stuff is reasonable over here. So
Yeah.
Kevin Delgado, $12 for that book, and
Yeah.
he signed it.
It's great stuff.
You know, you got the Ken Wheaton signed
Yeah,
ones.
this is I haven't seen this in the life. I forgot his first name. But on the back of the book, 3D Comics out of Buffalo and Rhino's Comics here out of Rochester. That's the Calculated Man. So, and then on the other side, I think there's a couple more signatures. Joywave, the band, they come in all the time, so I had them signed. Jenna Wright, that's the one who did Cult of Icarus. Kim Kraft, she's gotten published. Glenn Tooley, he's been published before. This guy, I don't remember his name, but he did Marvel cards for Marvel. So
Nice.
he had him sign it too. So
That's a fun grim.
sure, it's a nice grim, right? So
Nice.
that's about it, guys.
Yeah, so guys, look, he got Silver Age, Avengers, Thor, Bronze Age, X-Men, Astonishing Tales. You got everything here. You got toys, you got comics from the silver to the modern. And he's got a great easy system here too with the pricing. You got all these number ones on the wall over here. There's Godzilla number one. $30, guys. Where
And
you
don't
get where
forget-
you getting it there?
Speedball #1, guys. You watch. I don't.
Right. Actually, I need to buy Speedball number one. I have his first appearance in the annual.
I got a guy.
That's right. You got a
I
guy.
got a guy.
But yeah, so after you got tons of stuff. There's a nice Jimi Hendrix
Jimi
one up there.
Hendrix. So we got a good mix of stuff, boys, comics,
Slabs.
good stuff, guys.
Oh, and if you're in town and you have a channel and you have stickers,
Yeah.
here you go. This side's channel stickers and stuff.
I put the rainbow one over here next to the guy with the gun. So I make
Gotta
sure
promote the
walk
piece,
right
huh?
down the middle of the road.
The Thing,
Yeah.
Lady Death.
There's Delgado.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
it's cool stuff.
well, yeah, and I know, and you have a few channels that come in here. Like you have Kale coming in from Geek Spot
Yeah.
82.
Yeah.
You have Dan Can coming in from Out of the Panel Comics. You can see the Gary B stickers are here. And guys, if you want your stickers and Rhinos, you can just send them to me,
Yeah,
and
just
I
send
will
them.
bring them
I'll
to
put them
Rhinos, and
on.
I'll put them up there.
I voted today. Not today though, but I did vote that day.
Guys, that's been up since 1962. Don't let them fool you.
Hey, I
No.
wasn't even born yet. Not that old, dude. It's all good.
But no, great stuff. So Chet, we are at the hour mark. We'll wrap this up,
Yeah,
and
it's
that
fine.
way they can watch. Guys, reach out to Chet. He's always got stock. If he doesn't have something you're looking for, check back in a couple weeks. It might have
Yeah.
already walked into the store
there's
again.
always stuff. I turn stuff so fast. So just if there's anything you saw in the store today, reach out to me. If I don't get back to you, listen, I'm just gonna tell you tomorrow I got a real busy day because I got everything coming in from Diamond tomorrow for the new week. So I'm gonna immerse myself in that. Probably if you get to me tonight or tomorrow, I probably won't get back to you until Tuesday or Wednesday at this point. It's just gonna be a real busy week ahead of me. I got a lot of running around to do with family this week. I got people in town. So I will get back to you. Just be patient and keep it casual.
That's right. And Anachronic Comics, Joe, who you met
Yeah.
yesterday, saying he should have given you a sticker. Joe, I have like 4 of your stickers. I will put one of your stickers up on here,
Cool.
buddy. Don't worry. And I can't do that for Matt Woods, who's in the chat, because Matt Woods doesn't have stickers because he's stubborn. He's got to get stickers for himself. But no, that was it for today, guys. Chet, thank you so much for your time.
problem,
I
guys.
appreciate you, bud.
Thank you very
Thanks
much
for being on the
meeting
channel.
everybody, and we'll do something else again soon.
Absolutely.
God bless
Maybe next
everybody.
time we'll look at his private collection, guys.
Hey.
You never know.
Stop it.
Until next time,
Keep it
keep
casual.
it casual. Let me. Oh, you're good.
How was that?